Hi everyone, this is Alicia. I promised some of you a video on creating a Google form. There's many ways to use Google Forms. It's a great way for it to give you quick and easy data. It's just a great way to collect data in your classroom. And the way this started was I was working with a group of educators, and Janine, a project child consultant, created a spreadsheet so that students can monitor their behavior in small groups. So what I did was I wanted to utilize and to integrate technology. So I created a quick Google form. This is what it looked like, what I created that day. It was done rather quickly. I basically took the questions she already had, and it's up to you how you want the students to respond to the question. Basically, to make it a bit quicker, I just wanted the students to quickly get through the form, because it's more important that they spend time completing the activity and reflecting on what they learned. So what I did is that for the type of question, these are the type of questions that you can choose. I chose choose from a list. So what I did was you can insert the names of all of your students in your classroom. And so the students then, you'll see in a bit, can just go to the drop-down list and find their name. So it's a required question. I usually, on most of the forms I create, I make sure the first question is the name of the student. Okay, done. So this is what it looked like, and these are the questions. This is what the live form looks like once you give the students the link to complete. As you can see, it's done rather quickly. So let's say we are evaluating, monitoring Nancy's behavior, or we're evaluating her behavior. I click Nancy. Let's say she did a great job. That was okay. Obviously not as quickly. You do have to give it some thought and have the students really discuss this, but just click something. You can set it up where it's multiple choice. They type their response, whatever. I just wanted to create a quick form. So they submit it. I made sure there was another link so that if there's one device, we can quickly get another student completed, monitor the behavior of another student, and submit that. So over here, where it says send form, here's the link. The longer link, you can have a shorter link. So if you want to copy and paste that and put that on a task card or bookmark that on the computer, it's up to you how you want to do that. Depends on the age of your students. This is where I chose the theme. You can make it look like this. It's up to you. Let me go back to the science lab theme over here. So let's say I like this particular theme. The best part of all this is the responses. They're all posted. It gets submitted onto one spreadsheet, and right here. So here is the responses. I forgot to set it up the way I had it, but it did post them based on the timestamp, the time that they posted. So what I did before, that's why it appears this way. I just clicked this. I went to data. I wanted to be posted in alphabetical order based on column B, and that's why. So if I'm having a meeting with Barbara's mom today at 10:15, I can discuss how she behaves in groups, quality of work she does. So I have this form here. I'm not going to go into how to organize a spreadsheet, because that could be a video on its own. You can set up column G so that it can add up the points. So there could be a sum over here, but that's something for you to look into. It's one thing at a time. But some of you do have enough knowledge on Excel sheets and spreadsheets to be able to do this. Okay, so again, this is the form that I use. Here's where I can edit the questions, to change the theme, to view the response, go to the live form to get a view. All right, so how do you do this? So basically, you go to your Google Drive, and you see this button over here, New, and you don't see Google Forms, just hover over more. You'll see Google Forms, and you can use this many different ways. You can create a Google Form to help you with attendance, assignment completion, a behavior report, or to gather parent contact information, or sort of like a student survey or parent survey, and to gather that data. So first thing you do when you create a form, just give it a name. So I'm just going to give you a little extra in this video, and I'm going to give you some food for thought. Just think of how you can create a computer station activity. So let's say this is a cell activity. You click OK. All right, always check your settings, because you can have problems when the students are going to the website, going to, typing the link, and then they can't access the form. So the students in my district do not have a login, so I want to make sure to uncheck that. Just always check your settings. See if there's anything that will keep students from viewing this right away. You don't want to be disturbed when you are working in a guided group, a guided reading group or guided math group with students. You don't want to be disturbed while they're independently completing an activity. So always check your settings. All right, so like I said, usually the first question, what is your name? The best way to learn about Google Forms is just to play around with it. So what is your name? Choose a type of question format. Let's say I want it to be a short response. They could type in their name, Johnny, and I want to make sure it's a required question. I'm done with that question. Whatever other information you need from them, maybe you need a user ID number, the teacher's name, whatever you need as a teacher on the spreadsheet. But I'm just going to, here's the part where I'm going to throw something new at you. So where it says add an item, there's a lot of great things you can add. Let's do the video. Let's say I'm going to start a unit on cells, and I want to find a great video to help students have a basic understanding about cells. And let's say I like this 4-minute video I found on YouTube, and I get the link. All right, so I copy the link. I go back here, I paste it, I search for it just to make sure it's the correct video that I want the student to watch. I click select, and as you can see, like cell questions, whatever you want to, call this, it's up to you. I'm just trying to get this done quickly to give you an idea of the possibility. You can center it, you can play around with it. Click done. All right, then underneath it, after they watch it, have them answer some questions, gather some data that's going to let you know what type of lessons you need to cover in your class based on their understanding of cells or misunderstanding. So let's say I want to have a paragraph answer. So what are cells? I want to see what the students learned about cells. What are they? They could type their response. I want to make it a required question. I'm done. I could come up with more questions. Let's say I want to pick a theme for this. Let's say, okay, I chose the science theme before, but I don't know. Let's just choose that. Okay, so, just lets you know what it looks like. You want to see the live form, again, to just decide if that's how you like it, and you can go back and make any changes if you don't. Maybe, edit questions. Maybe you want this in the center, done. View live form. Just play around with it, and come up with questions, and they type in their name, they watch the video, they answer some questions, they click submit, and the best part is that all the data goes to one spreadsheet. So, and then at any point you can view the responses. Obviously we do not have a response yet because we just created it, but this is where it would be once the students complete this activity in one day, over a week, over 2 weeks, a 2-week period. This is where all the responses would be. So you can decide on the many ways that you as a teacher can use Google Form in your classroom. So if you have any questions and if there's anything else you want to learn about integrating technology, just let me know.